Wait! Lunchtime! Man, I'm so glad the school does a post-school lunch. What are you gonna get, Monica? Not sure yet. The pescatarian-friendly options continue to be pretty sparse. Oh, yeah. I wonder what MC got. Can you see what he has over there? No, the food's too far away. He's just sitting there dutifully watching our bags. But I'm pretty sure he got the cube steak. Don't you remember? No, that was like 3 minutes ago. I've totally forgotten. Classic Sayori. Cube steak sounds good though. I'll get that.
Sayori and Monica moved down the cafeteria line.
Oh. Thanks for telling me that MC came to talk to you. I know I just wanted to hang out, but I know you very well, Sayori. And I know that MC coming to talk alone to me would be something you would prefer to hear about from me, rather than be surprised with. Yeah. Besides, it was self-preservation. I know better than to be on the wrong end if you're being jealous, even by mistake. I wish I wasn't so bad about the whole jealousy thing. Honestly, Sayori, you're not nearly as bad as plenty of other girls I've met. It's nothing unusual. Besides, this was harmless. We talked about it, jealousy averted. Right? Oh no, I didn't get MC in trouble with you, did I? No, you didn't. He doesn't know he did anything that might have upset me. And I intended to keep it that way. This is something that's wrong with me. I need to fix it, not him. Even so, don't you think you ought to at least tell him about it? Even with acknowledgement, hey, this is something I don't like about myself, but... yeah, that might at least know if it's something he should work around. At least until you feel better about it. He already works around enough when it comes to me. He has to work around me being me. He does enough, don't you think? I would say he probably thinks he's not doing enough until he's doing all he can. But he can't do that unless you tell him about this. I don't know. Like I said, I already carry so much of a burden just by being in this relationship. And when I feel strong enough, I want to carry that burden at least a little. And not make all of my problems his problems. And finally, I feel like I'm getting a little of that strength. So it feels weird to still be asking him to hold me up in every little broken corner of my stupid brain, you know. Well, I still think you wanted to tell him, but I understand completely where you're coming from. That makes sense. Yeah. You get everything you wanted. Ready to go back? Hang on a second. Alright, let's go. That never stops being Gary. And we're back. Hi, MC!
Sayori, what's wrong?
What? Nothing is wrong. Everything's fine.
You're using the tone of voice you use when you're trying to pretend everything is fine, but it's not. Why don't you just tell me what's wrong?
Everything is so hard when people get to know you too well.
Part of the price you pay for having a loving boyfriend.
Yeah, I guess. Look, maybe something is making me feel weird, but also maybe I don't really want to talk about it right now. Yeah, maybe I'd rather we just be happy and cool, and if I need to talk about it later, I will. Should I go? I can go if you need me to. No, please stay. Like I said, I just want to have a good old cool lunch with you guys. Just because I feel weird about something doesn't mean I can't all have a good time. I feel weird about a lot of things.
If you want everything to be cool, everything can be cool. I just want you to be happy. But don't expect me to forget about something being wrong.
Yeah, I know you won't. It's like he has a book where he writes down any minor problem things I have. Someone just call that being a good boyfriend. Well, he is a good boyfriend.
Alright, try to be. Besides, I must have learned about taking weird copious notes about people close to me from someone. Anyway, how was class, you guys?
Boring. But I tried to pay attention.
Good. How about you, Monica?
Also boring, believe it or not. I've long since finished all my critical classes, so I'm just doing electives. You do anything interesting this morning, MC?
Well, a little bit. So I figured at some point if Sayori and I ever get a house, we should have an octopus in it.
But octopi are rather short-lived, aren't they?
That's true. Oh, it's almost time for literature club since we had to get there early today.
Natsuki didn't ask us to meet for another 20 minutes. Let's go anyway! all done eating. I'd rather hang around in our room than here. Plus, we can get a head start on what we're doing for the day once everyone else gets there.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Alright then. Shall we? Yeah, let's go!
Now I'm just curious how long octopi typically live.
Do you think Messina will ever even show up today? Probably. She usually at least shows up. Hopefully Natsuki's plan to help her is at least partially sane.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
Oh my god. 15 minutes later.
Well, I guess the best way to proceed is just to get things started again. Let's just pretend as if Mom is going really normally and, well, to the extent that's possible. What should we do? Should we wait for Messina this time, or...
Let's just move on. If she comes in later, that's fine.
Do you want us to not...
Yeah, please. Anyway, we usually do that news from a pencil case thing, right? To see who decides today's activity. Other than the poems and emails and stuff, I still have my turn to take anyway.
Oh, that's right. Who else hasn't gone yet this semester?
Me?
Oh, right. Well, let's get to it then.
I really hope mine gets chosen. My idea is sick.
Well, let's see if it'll be you. Today's winner is...
Sarah reaches into the pencil case.
Oopsie!
Had a feeling that would delay it.
Great, I demand a recount.
If you really wanted to go today, Natsuki, that's fine. I'm happy to give you my turn.
Nah, that's okay. I'm just joshing you. Let's do what you wanted to do. I'm sure it will be cool.
Alright then. Well, my idea isn't super well fleshed out, but remember when we wrote poems that were song lyrics but turned into poem form? When we did that, I had to think really hard about what song lyrics meant. And I thought that was cool and pretty literary. So I thought maybe we could analyze song lyrics today.
Oh, that's a wonderful idea, see. Did you have an idea for what song lyrics you wanted to analyze?
Well, no. That's the not fleshed out part of my idea.
I see. I have an idea for a song we could analyze. Oh. Yeah, I've always liked it and I really like the lyrics, but I could never really understand why.
What's the song?
It's The Last Remaining Light by Audioslave.
Ah, more metal. That sounds metal.
No, it's not really metal. I guess Audioslave does sound like the name of a metal band. No, I guess it's just normal rock is what I call it. But it has this very, a very emotional feel, and the lyrics are part of it. But I've never been able to figure out why. Well, let's have a look at it then. I guess we'll need a copy of the lyrics. I'll look it up and make some real quick. Oh, for you too, Hallie. Alright. Hi, Hallie.
Yo!
Hi.
Hello again. I hope to speak to you again soon.
You're well done, Monica. Almost. Here, let me see if I can get Hallie their copy up on the screen really quick. Obviously, make sure to read it so you know what we're talking about. Let's see.
In Monica's handwriting, for some reason. I'm just gonna read it regular. The last remaining light. Roll me on your frozen fields and break my bones to watch them heal. Drown me in your thirsty veins, where I'll watch and I'll wait and pray for the rain. Curl like smoke and breathe again. Down your throat, inside your ribs, through your spine and every nerve, where I watch and I wait and yield to the hurt. And if you don't believe the sun will rise, stand alone and greet the coming night in the last remaining light. 7 moons and 7 suns, heaven waits for those who run. Down your winter and underneath your waves, where you watch and you wait and you pray for the day. And if you don't believe the sun will rise, stand alone and greet the coming night in the last remaining light. And if you don't believe the sun will rise, stand alone and greet the coming night in the last remaining light.
There, did we all get a good look? Everyone ready to go?
I can see why the lyrics are puzzling to you, Sayori. They appear vaguely turned into a basic concept, but they wander considerably. They can be quite disjointed and refer to ideas or emotional feelings untied to the primary one. It's certainly quite interesting.
Yeah, I know. That's why I wanted to talk about it with you guys. Because even though lyrics can be kind of all over the place, they're still weirdly compelling. Well, one question I'd like to ask in situations like this is, what's the overall emotional feeling of it? What do we experience overall when we listen to the song and read these lyrics? Well, for me, it's definitely a terribly sad feeling. Like an inescapable, definitely going to be awful forever feeling. But it's trying really hard to be as positive as possible about it. Like, everything's terrible and bad, but you might as well make the best of it. That's sort of what I get out of it.
Well, no wonder you like the song then.
Yeah.
I see how you get that feeling from it though, especially the message of the chorus. Like, everything's black and the light is fading and it's going to be dark forever, but hey, I'm not gonna curl it into a ball.
Yeah, the chorus seems clear enough. The parts that confuse me are the verses, especially the first one. Like, I get how in general the song is about that blackness, but clinging to the last bit of light and dealing with the situation isn't, or in as positive a way as possible, maybe. Although arguably greeting the coming night might also be an argument for despair. But I don't get these verses. In these, it almost seems like he's speaking directly to someone who's hurt him. And then it goes into this imagery I don't understand about, like, the 7 moons and 7 suns and stuff. Maybe it means a week? I don't know.
You know, it's strange. The whole main image that he talks about in the title of the song and everything, the last remaining light. It sounds super familiar from somewhere, but I can't put my finger on it.
I used similar imagery in a recent poem of mine. I also talked about the last light.
Oh, right, I remember. Weird, had you heard this song before?
No, I'd never heard of the song before today. Plus, the singer and I are referring to very different things when we talk about the last light.
Well, I can sort of figure out what he's talking about, but I still have no idea what that poem of yours was about.
Well, I'm certainly not going to describe it now.
Tell me later?
No, I think that I'd like to continue keeping that poem's meaning a secret.
I would probably begin by examining the life of the person who wrote the song. You can often get lots of hints that way as to meaning, although you can also mislead yourself. Kind of a normal rock star, but yet really bad depression his whole life. He used a lot of substances to try to cope. He was in a few bands. This is what he was in later on. He wrote this song in his late 30s, and did a few more musical projects, but committed suicide 15 years later. By hanging. Well, there's part of the appeal for you, no doubt. Do you believe that this song is about his depression? The bit about the sun not rising, the big darkness coming, and that kind of thing, definitely. And then the rest of the chorus is about him just being ready for it, like calling all his arms to welcome his depression back again. Because that's the most positive he can be about it. But like Elsie says, I can't figure out what the verses are about, like drown me in your thirsty veins and stuff. That doesn't seem like he's talking of his depression. Yeah, I don't get those bits either.
Maybe himself? If it's supposed to be about him dealing with depression, maybe he's just addressing all this internally.
Yes, perhaps some means of dealing with his depression. Interspersed among his self-reminders to approach the onset of his depression with cheerful acceptance to the extent possible. Such an interpretation would make sense.
Yeah, I'm glad I brought this up with you guys. You all have thought of a bunch of things I never would. Yeah, this is a good exercise. It really gets our literary brains going.
Well, originally I was going to have us all bring up a song to analyze, but we're getting super deep into just one song.
Yeah, we could probably keep talking about this for the rest of the club.
The club door opens.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Miss Ida. You seem a little less tired today.
I suppose I do feel less tired today. The principal noticed I was wearing down and is going to make me take a bunch of time off. But I talked him to letting me help out with the club. I like seeing you guys.
We like seeing you too, Miss Ida. Oh, Natsuki. Should we tell Miss Ida,
Natsuki is frantically gesturing at Sayori and shaking her head.
Well, okay then.
Tell me what?
Nothing. We were just doing some serious literature stuff.
I'm sure.
We actually were doing something genuinely literary.
As surprising as that sounds.
Oh,
Yeah, we were analyzing song lyrics for literary meaning. It was actually a lot of fun. Other than the parts where the song got really dark and made me worry that Sayori brought it up.
I didn't mean to worry you. It was just a song I wanted to talk about.
I know, I'm mostly kidding.
well, it sounds like you have been productive today. Don't let me stop you.
Well, next up would be poems, I think. I'm pretty sure everyone finished theirs. The assignment this week was poems that had something to do with the color blue. Who wants to go first? Another reluctant week, huh?
I'll go first. Might as well get this over with.
You don't like yours?
Meh.
Got the bar. Alright.
Blue. I don't like blue. Arrogant color. You think so too? Much more smug than the others. Feels like it knows everything. So self-assured. It doesn't mean to be mean. That's just the way it was born. I much prefer pink. It knows it has flaws. It's an imperfect mix of other colors because it has the belief. We all know it's a fact. Wears it on its sleeve. We're all kinda bad.
That is a very interesting sentiment. You have all these very weighted feelings attached to colors. That's an alien experience for me, I must confess.
Different colors don't give you different feelings.
Well, they do, but not in and of themselves. For instance, blue makes me think of the ocean and pink reminds me of you. But there's nothing about the colors themselves that makes me feel anything. Devoid of context relating to my memories and experiences, they mean nothing.
I think that's kinda true of everyone here. Like, I have this super normal base reaction to blue or pink, but pretty sure that all comes from my lived experiences around those colors. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yes, you are, and I think you're right. We all really have the same method of being emotionally affected by color and that our memories color the colors.
You're really proud of that wordplay, aren't you?
I actually didn't do it on purpose. That was just the first word I reached for. I like the poem. But I'm not sure why you think pink is fun so much. Like it's a blend of other colors, yeah. But aren't most colors?
Yeah, I guess so. But not blue, it's a primary color. That's probably why I think it's so snobby. But yeah, with pink, it's just obviously not its own color. It's really clear that it's just red plus white. And you don't always get that with other colors that are blends. Like, it's not obvious that green is blue plus yellow, that's weird. But pink is an obvious blend. So that's why I like it. I guess it's very upfront about what it is and the way it's imperfect.
And so, of course, knowing Natsuki, that means that this poem is really autobiographical. The color pink obviously stands in for Natsuki herself, and she likes it because, like her, it knows it has problems and doesn't hide them or try to be something else.
You nailed it, MC.
Ah,
Completely wrong.
no, completely right, like Masita says. Maybe that poem was a little too honest. Feels like you guys are getting too good at just immediately downloading the meaning of my poems.
Yet another reason to write deeply abstract poetry. I have total control over my deep secrets of the soul. None may access them without my leave.
Yeah, clearly.